Look at the picture. See the skull. Visible Frankenstein controls. The Brain Thoughts broadcasting radio. The Frankenstein earphone radio. The latest new skull reforming to contain all Frankenstein controls.
Welcome, everyone, at last to Frankenstein Control.
Oh, too long has it been? What's it been, 3 years?
Yeah, I'd say about.
About 3 years, yeah.
It's been far longer than normal since our last episode because a bunch of holidays happened and then other stuff happened. More on that in a bit. We'll touch briefly on the news since it's been a while and there's always so much going on.
You can touch mine briefly anytime.
Don't want to.
Oh.
That's why I never do.
Oh.
Sorry, slash fiction writers.
Everyone ships you and Ada anyway.
Yeah.
And the only person they ship me with is pizza.
I liked the momentary look of abject disgust on Ada's face there for a second.
It's not right. It's like the people that ship Pearl with
what the hell is wrong?
With Mayor Dewey.
Oh!
No!
It's like, why?
Because it's funny.
Is it though?
Yeah, it's like a surface level funny, and then like the minute you write more than 3 words, you're like, "What am I doing?"
Anyhow,
Pearl grabbed Dewey's. Wait, I need to stop.
Pen and wrote "go away" on a piece of paper. Mayor Dewey went "ha ha" for fun. Oh, but hey, B-Rye, what you got for us, buddy? It's been a while. You've got, and believe me, you probably got a lot of ammunition this time around.
Oh, I got plenty of it, and including actual ammunition, which I bought at an exorbitant cost at the gun store.
Oh, that's worrying.
More on that in a bit.
Oh, more at 11.
No, anyhow, I'll probably wait till next week's episode when I've had a little bit more time to do a big, full, proper intro. But, you know, we're getting back into the swing of things tonight, so we can have a little fun. So, yeah, we'll touch on the news. The main story in the country, of course, is the ongoing government shutdown.
Yeah.
Which is now officially the longest in U.S. history. We all know why it's happening and whose fault it is.
Yep.
So there's no reason to touch on any of that. The president certainly wouldn't agree, though, and he's been unleashing a barrage of tweets about the entire affair, because of course he is.
What else is he going to do?
What else would or should he be doing? I can't think of anything.
Surely not leading a nation effectively.
No. I mean, you know, this is how you do it. This is the modern era. You do it with tweets.
Mm-hmm. He's gonna somehow find a way to, like... He's gonna get the launch codes on Twitter somehow.
Probably.
Greatest launch.
The saddest thing is that that's not entirely outside the realm of possibility.
Yeah.
We live in goofball world
We
now,
do.
where anything could fucking happen.
We live in a goofball ass la la land. I'm pretty sure Bethesda programmed our reality when we weren't looking.
Yes, and there's just a bunch of glitches everywhere. I just got to figure out how to use console commands so I can spawn myself a bunch of money and not have to go to work.
Oh, perfect. Player.add item fat stacks 005. Oh, I only got 5 stacks. Well, that's good anyway.
You think I'm going to put in the item code for, like, money, but I hesitate at the last second and just do 500 Skooma. I've got a better use for my time. I mean, if I had money, I'd just spend it on Skooma, so let's just cut out the middleman here.
Another day, another septum.
Anyhow, back to the topic at hand.
Oh yes, right. Our fucking idiot leader.
So using the tweets, President Trump is trying to paint the picture, set the scene, as it were, that he's all alone in the White House, as all of his staff and aides are furloughed or putting out fires elsewhere. Mm-hmm. He wants to be seen...
Except in California, because he sliced their budget.
Yes, except there. And he blamed them for it.
Yes, and he blamed them for it.
But anyhow, he wants to be seen as a beleaguered hero standing against the storm. And he's kept a running diatribe on his efforts to keep spirits up. Against my better judgment and for lack of better material, I figured I'd go ahead and read a long, rambling, multi-part one of his messages from earlier this afternoon.
Oh, please do.
I'll do my best to keep the proper diction. It's going to be hard, but, you know, you don't have, it's a low bar. Let's be honest. So, yes, this was around 3 o'clock this afternoon. He said, Don't trust fake news CNN and lying Dems about the source of the shutdown. It could all go away today, and they know how. In the meantime, beware of distraction tactics from mainstream media enemy journalists trying to make you believe there is chaos in my administration. No chaos, folks. Everything is running very smooth. Everything is fine. And Jared is still here.
Jared?
Jared Kushner, his son-in-law.
Oh, I thought you meant Jared from Subway.
No.
Which, again, would make perfect sense in this loony bin.
He does have the power of pardon. Don't tempt him.
Since Mike Pence died, my vice president is Jared Subway. Jared Subway will help me run this country.
But yeah, he's talking about his son-in-law, Jared Kushner, who's been out of the news for quite some time. Jared is still here. Everyone has been asking where Jared is because nobody's seen him in a while. But he's here. He's with me and we're fine. I am not trying to find a way to break it to Ivanka that he ate a Stretch Armstrong and died. And then I buried him in a pillowcase in the rose garden. Didn't happen, build the wall.
Oh, that's...
We'll certainly keep tabs on that as it develops, but I think we can go ahead and start the show.
Imagining that as like a 5, 6, 7 part tweet stream.
Yeah, with like
really
the 1 of 5 in parentheses and like the 2 of 5.
I mean, it did. It really happened. Go on his Twister now and downvote him. I don't know how Twitter works.
Slide into his DMs. I understand that's a thing from the youths, what use the Twitter.
Mm-hmm.
That's right. DMs are very important. They host your Dungeons and Dragons game with the high level of efficiency and care. Mm-hmm. Speaking of, tonight, I am your Dungeon Master, ladies and gentlemen. The Dungeon Master of the Table of Frankenstein Control. I welcome ye all. Now, I assume everyone brought their character sheets. Guys, I told you we were changing format, right? This is now a Dungeons and Dragons podcast, like all those McElroys.
I was gonna say we're still in the McElroy's thunder.
Yes.
So the Adventure Zone or whatever it is.
Adventure Zone and player roll, dinner roll, all of those podcasts. They're gonna make. We gotta compete with them. It's the only way we can stay relevant. So you all didn't bring your character sheets, so I took the liberty of drawing some up. So Ada, here you go. And B-Rai, here you go.
Cool.
Oh, wow.
Ada, you are the half-orc wizard, Starina!
I want to be Schmedley the skunk.
Hold on. Just gonna correct a little bit. There! You're Schmedley the skunk!
Am I still a wizard?
Yes, but I had to change your race. I essentially just made you a gnome, but I sort of flavored it to be a skunk.
Well, you had plenty of skunk flavor.
And, B-Rai, you are Cormac, the rogue!
I want his race to be a giant halfling, so he's just a regular guy.
Done and done! I respect a half-orc.
Taylor, I think you're just a giant halfling. You're covered in hair, you eat a lot.
No, that sounds more like a dwarf. That's just, I'm 2 dwarfs in a trench coat. Welcome to my game of Dungeons and Dragons. Sponsored by Brilliant.com. Did you ever want to know how to do science and shit? Did you ever want to know how to build a website? Fucking look at a tutorial on YouTube, you fuck! Alright, so, welcome to my game. Now, Ada. Mm-hmm. Ada Ship.
Yes.
The one to my left.
AKA Schmedley.
Schmedley.
The skunk. Not a skunk person, I'm just a skunk.
Schmedley, you found yourself in a tavern of ill repute. Mm-hmm. You have recently come aboard as a member of the mercenary guild, Lembach. That's an acronym, but they haven't told you the meaning of it yet.
Okay.
That's deepest lore. Roll a knowledge check to know if you know the meaning. You rolled a 1. My God, you died. Right there in front of the barkeep. Are you proud of yourself, Schmidley?
Yeah.
I hope you are.
Now I get to stink up the place.
You know, as the Daily Show book said, skunks release a powerful scent to let nearby predators know they've been hit by a car.
In front of me, as always, is Cormac. You approach the Tavern of Ill Repute. You step inside, and all the eyes in the tavern turn towards you a little bit. You know, they kind of side-eye you a little bit. They try not to make a scene, but everybody's watching you for some reason. Roll a perception check. A 20. You notice a flying dagger coming towards you. Quick, roll a dexterity save. Ow, my eye! Bira, you fool! I'm blind! Ah! Well, it's 2 days later. I'm back from the hospital. I think maybe D&D was a bad idea.
Perhaps.
It might have been. You know, I had a lot of time to think whilst under all of those pain drugs in the hospital. And I figured that we should probably stay the course on this one, boys and girls. Let's go ahead and let's just do our regular. Oh God, my eye hurts.
I'll take it from here.
Be right, take it from here.
I'm surprised that they left the eye in.
It's really ruined.
Yeah.
It's never gonna see again, and it's just a mess.
It
Scaring
does,
children.
It really is kind of spooky when I don't wear my eye patch. It just sort of like goops out a little bit.
You see your vitreous humors; they're everywhere.
Oh, I tell you what, those aren't funny.
Anyhow. The goal I originally had for tonight was just to do a sort of a holiday season wrap-up, since it really has been that long.
How does it? Okay, fine. Please go.
How was you guys' holidays? How was your reclaimed pagan holidays, given a forced Christianity bent to them?
I got some cool things for Christmas.
What'd you get?
Like a Pikmin video game, a couple books, norovirus.
Oh, I heard
yeah.
about that. I got a respiratory infection last week. That was a very late Christmas present, so I know what you mean.
Sickness really is the gift that just keeps on giving. Because you can give it to your friends as well.
Exactly.
Which I did.
But you can't pick your friend's nose.
Sure you can.
Oh.
They just have to be asleep.
No, that's how they get it.
Be right, stop. Stop that.
No, it's itchy.
Well, why are you itching mine?
Just looked interesting.
But yeah, the day after Christmas, I went to from Richmond to Fredericksburg to visit a friend. I got to the on the road, got stuck in traffic, and realized I am about 5 minutes away from pulling over into the grass and vomiting out my entire stomach contents. And luckily, I was able to hold out for a rest area, at which I did that. Made it to their house and promptly barfed in their toilet. And the night just got worse and worse from there, which ended up in me being bedridden for 24 hours. I had to get out of the bed to grab my phone to call out of work, and it was like climbing a mountain, the amount of effort it took to do that.
That's kind of how I felt last week, too, with my thing as well. It's not fun.
No, it's not.
Well, if it's any consolation, I feel great.
What'd you get for Christmas, Taylor?
I got so many dang things for Christmas. I got, we did a white elephant gift exchange. It's our family's tradition now that everybody is, like, old now. Like, getting each other gifts is just too hard because nobody gives a fuck. Because we're all just too old to worry about it.
If we want things, we buy them.
Exactly, and if we want to get someone a gift, we like focus on the nieces and nephews. But we have a white elephant, and there are a lot of cool gifts this year. But I ended up with a giant bottle of Captain Morgan, and I'm super okay with that. And I got a few cool presents from my pop. I got him Red Dead Redemption 2.
Which is my main game now.
He likes his Cowboy Simulator. He likes his Yeehaw Skyrim. He likes his all the good things. What with the murdering of the cowboys and clansmen. Oh, yeah, and I also turned 30.
Oh, yes.
You're old now.
Yes, I'm officially old. Now I'm, like, looking in the mirror, and, like, every time the light hits my hair the wrong way, I'm like, I'm going gray! I'm an old man, I gotta start eating bran.
Gonna have to eat bran and Activia just so I can shit.
I'm gonna have to sprinkle my morning biscuit
I'm gonna have
with
to eat.
Metamucil.
I'm gonna have to eat Metamucil to help me shit, and then bran to help me stop.
Shitting has become non-optional paid DLC.
Oh no!
You know, if you pre-order the game, you can try the shitting beta earlier.
It's got a lot of bugs in it.
Oh no! Yeah, like E. coli.
You'll have to wear a patch of sorts.
A shit guard. But yeah, I turned 30 just a couple weekends ago, and oh boy, sure feels like 29.
Yeah, of course.
And like honestly, that was the most fun that I've had in a very long time.
I felt terrible because I barely interacted with you at your own birthday party.
Dude, I make the rounds at my parties. Like I go from group to group to group. Like I never stay in one place long.
I just got
except the liquor table.
I just got shit-faced with Travis talking about complex systems of societal reorganization.
That sounds like Travis. But yeah, it was just me surrounded by all of my friends and family. It was one of those situations where I'm like, if I died right now, I'd be okay with it. Save for the fact that all of my friends would be horrified.
Traumatized.
Traumatized. I fucking died.
Hey, gang, watch this. So, for Christmas, I received a coat from Lissa so that I won't freeze outside anymore like I've been doing. Mm-hmm. I've just worn the same ratty hoodie that I've had for like the last 5 years every time it got really cold, and just layered up with that ineffectually. Mm-hmm. So now I have an actual coat.
Of hair.
Yes, I got a cool little flashlight. And I got a bunch of Amazon gift cards that I've just been using to buy things for my gun. Oh, I also got a gun. But I bought that myself. Oh, actually, I have to launch into a story about that real quick. Because it bears some explanation. But B-Rye, how can a liberal mouthpiece like yourself have a firearm? Don't you know those things are bad? Yes, I do. I'm conflicted. I like guns.
That's okay. You're Post Malone.
Yes, I am. No, I got a tiny little revolver, and that's all I intend to have.
It's very tiny. Like it doesn't even fit in any of our hands.
I actually got a new grip for it with my Amazon gift card, so that it actually will fit in large grown man hands now.
When you got it in the mail,
hands, like it was made for.
Yes.
When you got it in the mail, did you pick up the package and go, "Give me that grip"?
I should have, and I didn't, and I cannot fucking believe I wasted the only real world application that phrase could possibly ever conceivably have. I am a fool.
Gun accessories.
Yes. So I brought said small, reasonably safe firearm to Maryland to show my dad over the holiday break, because we visited my parents, and I'd be like, Dad would think this is cool, and he did think it was cool. And most people are like, I'm the first one in my family to go to college, and I'm the first one in my family to have a gun, because I come from extremely liberal people. Part of the reason I have the gun is because of the very liberal people who raised me, who would still insist upon watching fucking Dateline all the time when I was a child. And they'd be like, and the neighbor just decided they had to die, so he kicked in their front door and murdered them all. And there was nothing anyone could do to stop it because no one had a gun. I'm morally safer than your advocate for the NRA. No, but I was like, it seems like without going fucking overboard, one could have a reasonable gun for protection to stop that, specifically a situation like that from happening, and then keep it in a safe the rest of the time.
Yeah.
So
It's just a perfectly normal, small, 16-shot automatic revolver.
it's an assault weapon. It has a Picatinny rail with a laser dot sight,
And a bump stock.
and I had the barrel engraved with "Remember, no Russian."
Oh my god. Wow. That's a nostalgia trip for me in my old age.
Yeah,
I can only think back to those times.
I'm getting way too far off topic here because this story is funny. I promise.
No, okay, yes, guns. You brought it to your dad's. He said, "Whoa, be honest, a good gun, I tell you what."
He goes, you know who you should take this over to show is your grandfather, because he reads all those Tom Clancy books and he thinks guns are really cool. And, it's always talking about the weird Fabrique National gun that Tom Clancy is using to murder enemies of freedom with. And your grandfather would really like to see this, so you should go show him. So I did. My grandpa lives about 5 minutes from my parents' house, and I told him that I was coming over, but I don't think the message made it to his live-in caretaker. And so I came in the house and showed him the gun, and he was sitting in the living room in his chair where he always is. And he's like, "Oh, that's really cool." And he's looking at it. And his caretaker comes down the hall, and I see her around the corner, and her eyes are the size of dinner plates because she doesn't see me. All she knows is that the 92-year-old man she left alone for 5 minutes suddenly has a gun.
How old was this caretaker?
She's like, same age as my parents.
Oh, okay.
She's a nurse. For the record,
She's lucky she wasn't a millennial, otherwise he would have turned and shot her in place and said, "That's for Applebee's."
Yeah, revenge. Applebee's and Sears.
And diamond stores.
No, but that's also obviously. I feel like I shouldn't have to say this, but obviously I took the bullets out. I didn't even bring them. I literally just brought the unloaded gun from Virginia to Maryland to show them. I had no intention of having it loaded at all ever for any of the duration. So obviously I didn't give my grandfather a loaded weapon.
Oh my god.
But I quickly ran around the corner and explained the situation to her, and she was like, "Okay, well, whatever keeps him occupied."
I like to think that from her perspective, there's just like in the doorway, there's granddad wielding a firearm. She's like, "Oh my god!" And she like tries to run up, and then you immediately like pounce out from the doorway and go, "Oh, he was giving it up again!" And she's just like, "Ah!" And of course, in your classic B-Ride way, your long arms like flailing.
Yeah.
Oh!
You look like a raptor, so she thinks you're a dinosaur.
There's a dinosaur in the house. Oh my god.
Who let this hawk into the room?
Grandpa with the gun is like, it's an extremely geriatric version of Time Crisis.
The whole game. The whole game takes place on a rascal. That's what the pedal's for, to make the rascal go. Oh, that's one thing I miss about working at the eye center is all the geriatric patients. Wait a minute, no, it's not. I do miss working there, though.
Yeah.
Oh, by the way, I have a new job. I don't know if I said that on any of the episodes. I have a new job now. I'm doing things that I went to school for again. Huzzah! After a long break of doing other stuff, now at last I'm doing what I was meant to do: sit on my ass and get fat. Just get fucking fat.
That's what your body was designed for.
Designed for the chub.
Like wander around and gain weight.
Like, yeah, I'm a graphic designer, by the way. 1-800 graphic design by a Yeti. This is my website. Go and visit it.
Yeti design.
Yeti design. I like it. Wait, that's what our microphone is made by.
Oh, yeah.
Sponsored by Yeti.
There's a few other funny things I was going to tell you that were holiday related.
Oh, did Santa finally crash down your chimney and you got him at last?
No, I didn't.
Oh.
But I see here. I guess there's a couple different ones. Well, one was that when the holidays were still
Holidaying.
topical, when they were still in an ongoing event, a friend of mine at work was trying to. He has family overseas, and he was trying to ship like an Elmo and a Cookie Monster stuffed animal to his. I think it's his niece or his nephew overseas. And had to figure out a cost-effective way of doing that, as the dolls were very large.
Oh.
And then, after the fact, first off, had to couldn't find a box big enough to do it, and then it was going to cost like $800 with some of the shipping options.
Oh
and
my god!
He was getting real mad about that. And then a few days after he sent it out, I guess there was some problems with the tracking, and he was just not able to figure out which airport the packages had made it to, and he expressed this by me just walking in on him, angrily staring at his phone, saying, "Where the fuck is Elmo? This is bullshit." Just couldn't make the tracking system work, and was very frustrated.
Fuck is Elmo. Oh god.
The other thing that I wanted to mention, this is more of a winter thing. I guess now, starting in holiday season, continuing all through the dark, horrible seasonal affective disorder months.
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
Don't mind me.
But I've noticed in the mornings when we're watching TV before we go to work, there's a commercial on all the time now for, I guess, it's that time of the year where seasonal skiing operations open up, and you can go there, and it's that time of year, come to the slopes, and bring your family, have fun, and all that.
Come to Slopes Gaming Room.
So I don't remember the name of this business. I just see their commercial all the time. It's literally just like a. I don't remember if it's like in Virginia or West Virginia or Pennsylvania.
Massanutten?
I've been probably is
Snowshoe?
Probably, yeah, that sounds about right. I've just been referring to it as Robert Oppenheimer's Prometheus of Atomic Fire Ski Slopes and Winter Sports Complex. Yeah, so this commercial airs in the morning, and it's always like, "Come on down this weekend, bring your family to this fucking winter sports place." and
For your family, this fucking place! Ah!
and it shows a litany of the activities you can do there, and it's like with skiing, and shows footage of people skiing, like the chairlift thing, and then snowboarding, and then sledding and tubing for the kids, and when it shows tubing for the kids. Or, it just it says tubing and then glosses over that to go to the next activity. And the footage that it shows for tubing is this small child, looks like a little girl, probably about 4 to 6 years old, small child, on an inner tube that her dad clearly just pushed, but he put a little bit too much force on the spin for the distance she's traveling. The ratio is vastly skewed, and she's just kind of
just thrown up everywhere like a sprinkler.
Yeah.
Oh, tubing.
So I've been getting some giggles out of that.
Y'all ever been skiing before?
No, because, well, you know what? No, because I'm not rich.
Oh.
And also my parents had enough money that if I'd expressed an interest in skiing, we almost certainly would have done it. But I didn't, because it's cold and outside, and those are chief activities that are mutually exclusive to video games.
Yeah.
So
a cold physical activity outside?
Fuck you.
Why?
Yeah. I'd rather play SSX Tricky. I get the same amount of fun out of it.
Exactly. I'll tell you who snowboarded a lot was Steven, and he hurt himself doing it. And, I swear to God, I have multiple memories of like coming back from a weekend in high school and somebody in the class now has a cast that they didn't have on Friday, and it was always a snowboarding injury. And I was like, that's enough evidence for me. That'll work. We're not doing that. I think I'll stick to good old SSX.
I went skiing a couple of times during my life, namely because my dad and my Uncle Neil like skiing a whole lot. So they somehow they got rope-a-doped into some kind of timeshare dealie up at Massanutten Resort, and they it was like, let's go to the mountains and ski it up, kids, and we did. And I learned how to ski in one day, and then I learned how to snowboard in fucking never, because that shit is hard as fuck. Skiing's fine. You fall down a couple of times, then you kind of get it. You pizza, you French fry, you just hit the bunny slopes all day, you have a good time. Snowboarding was invented by Hell Satan. And I don't know how anybody fucking does it. It is a complete goddamn mystery to me. And I was a character in SSX. I was the rock that you run into. There's something about snowboarding, man. I just couldn't fucking do it, no matter how hard I tried. It's just constantly falling.
That's because both of your feet are lashed immobile to like one after another on a thing you can't move off of.
And somehow people just make it work. I don't know how.
On an injury device.
Yeah, that's a good word for it. Well, come on, kids. Climb up on the ski lift and strap your feet into the injury plank.
Speaking of skiing, reminded me of a memory from kind of a while ago.
Ooh.
But I went to a film festival in like college at a local high school. They were having it at a local high school, but a lot of the films were more professional, and they were all themed around like outdoor and like active type stuff. And one of them that they played was one of the most bizarre things I've seen, and it kind of made me question reality a little bit.
Oh, this sounds good.
But in a strange way. It was, apparently there's a variation of skiing where you don't go down the hill, you're just kind of flat, and like you're walking with the skis on.
Cross-country skiing.
It's cross-country skiing. Okay. So it looks really goofy.
Yes.
Because you're just walking with skis.
I don't know why anyone does it.
Yeah. And it was like a montage of that set to Lemon Demon's Ultimate Showdown of Ultimate Destiny.
What?
Well,
and
ow!
Those who are not familiar with that song,
That gave me a headache.
it's basically all the pop culture and media characters from like the 80s and 90s all fighting in this thing, and it's like a description of the battle. Somehow set to cross-country skiing.
The most inactive active sport.
The goofiest looking sport. And Taylor seems to have had a mild aneurysm.
I'm trying to like envision how this person did it. And I guess the answer is no.
Yeah, kinda. It was just a whole bunch of guys waddling to that song.
The song kind of starts on a waddly note, it's like it's got like the womp, womp, womp,
Yeah.
womp, 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 womp. And like that kind of matches for all of 3 seconds. But then the second Neil Cicerino comes in.
That's how you pronounce it, actually.
Yes, that is how you pronounce it. It's the official Spanish way. And yeah, what? Why cross? Didn't this fucking festival have rules about copyrighted music or some shit?
Maybe he got the rights. The filmmakers got the rights. They nailed they nailed up Carl Tierga.
I would like to think that they called up Neil. They told him, they pitched him the idea, and he was so tickled by how fucking stupid it was. How mind-bendingly, universe-bendingly awful it was.
He's
that
just
he's
like,
like,
sure.
yeah, do it.
Yeah.
Cool.
Please.
Let's see it.
Please do that.
Rad.
Yeah.
So there was one other thing that was of note that was funny. That it was holiday
hijinks.
Holiday hijinks. Fuck, I'm tired. that happened was that Alyssa and I we were at Target or somewhere wherever gift cards are sold nowadays.
Right next to the cowboy Christmas novels.
Yes, right next to the cowboy Christmas novels, and there was like Alyssa's like, honey, look, and there was a gift card, and one of our cool just colloquialisms amongst ourselves when we're referring to money, she calls it muns. Like, I don't have the muns for that right now, and I'll say that too. And she's like, how funny is this? Someone has they actually have a gift card you can give to somebody that says muns on it. So it's like, you know what it's for. I'm just giving you money. And I thought it was really funny, and she showed me, and there was a gift card that said Muns. And then I realized there was a wintry pattern on it, and we had it upside down, and it said snow. And we were like, oh. Well, that's less fun.
Wow. That's something else. Oh, boy. Well, ladies and gentlemen, looking at the old clock on the wall is telling me that it's getting time to close out this episode of Frankenstein Control. I hope you all had as much fun as I did. And by that, I mean, I hope you had no fun. Because I just do this for the fucking paycheck! Where's my snow? I mean, muns!
It's on the gift card.
Oh, well, wonderful. Huh? These are dirty pictures in this gift card.
And they're all of you.
How did you take all of these pornographic images of me?
Lots of drugs.
Oh.
The Robert Durst method.
Frankenstein Control is brought to you by drugs. Say yes to drugs.
Now even you know I am a menace. I hand you the secrets to save the entire human race and the entire universe.